want to talk about Jermall Charlo, a guy who said, he's a super middleweight, not super middleweight, he's the middleweight champion of the world, thinking about coming up here to 168. But I think on his Instagram, he said, one, he doesn't want to fight anybody under the age of 25. And two, you have to be vaccinated in order to fight him. What's your response to what Jermall Charlo said?
Well, if he wants me to get vaccinated, I'll go get vaccinated just for him, but I mean, I never said nothing about Jermall Charlo. The only thing I said is I would love to get a fight in with him. And then he did an interview with Boxing Sweet Science. He said he'll knock me out. He'll break my neck. He'll break my neck. Something like that, bro. And then I'm just like, I'm not going to let nobody talk to me like that. So if you're telling me some words like that, you better be ready to fight me. You better be ready to back that up in the ring. So I say my stuff. I say my piece. I go at him too. And what now? I need a COVID vaccine. I need to be 25 and older. I need proof of GED. It's just, and now he don't even want to come up to 168. He wants to do a catch weight. Like, I didn't say I wasn't do a catch weight. I didn't say I was going to go down. You said you wanted to come up to 168. So now what's the problem? I feel like everybody, they just say all this stuff about me because they think I'm not going to say nothing. At the end of the day, I'm not nobody's friend right here. I don't want to be nobody's friend. I'm here to knock people out, and that's my mission here. I'm here to knock people out, and if you don't want to get knocked out, don't mention my name.
Well, yeah, you have an 86% knockout percentage. I mean, that's a very high knockout percentage. Where does that power come from, David? Is it something that you've always had? Is it something that you have helped to get better as time progresses? What is the key to the punching power from El Bandera Roja?
That's that big boy power. That's when you hit 250 pounds, that power never goes away. What I mean? It's just, definitely, I've always been a power puncher since I was younger, and then just perfecting the power punches, really twisting into the shots. And it's just a variety of shots I could throw. It's just, I'm not a headhunter. I'll find the head, but I'm not just a headhunter. I'll go down to the body. I'll mix it to the uppercut. So I feel like everything I do, I just set things up perfectly. And then, sometimes you don't even have to throw hard. You just have to hit the right spot and the people go down. But I definitely like punishing and hurting individuals. That's what I love to do. I feel more satisfied with stopping somebody or dropping somebody than the winning a decision fight or a decision. You know what I mean? So I just, it's more satisfying when I stop somebody, because after the fight, they can't say, oh, that the judges robbed it from me. Next time I could beat him. Everybody, since I came back, since I got suspended, I've stopped everybody. I've stopped Javion Love. I've stopped Darrell. I've stopped Romer Angulo, and I'm gonna stop Ronald Ellis. And this is just the type of fighting style people want to see.
Well, when I watch you fight, David, I almost feel like with you enjoy punishing your opponents. You don't like the first round knockout I almost feel like something that is not interesting for you. You like to go out there and you systematically break somebody down and you punish them over the course of however long they can last that abuse. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think it's harder to do that. It takes more talent to have somebody give up on their own and just say, I can't do it no more, than to knocking somebody out. I mean, I definitely, if I could get the knockout, I'll knock them out. But it's something that really satisfies me, especially the way I start with my jab. I don't go in there just looking for the knockout. I do everything correct, and that's why the stoppages come. And then that's just the fighting style I've had. And it's a technique that my dad showed me, and it's a way of boxing. I just have a system in boxing. And as you can see, jab is no secret. Jab, start with jab, go in the middle, go uppercuts and then body shots. That's the system. And it always works.
Well, you brought up your father. You and your father have this amazing chemistry together. I have spoken to your father many, many times. Always enjoy being around him, your brother as well. But what about the relationship with you and your father? We see at times that sometimes father-son, trainer-to-fighter relationships, they work well, and sometimes they don't work so well. Why does it work so well with you and your father?
Because of chemistry, man. And I mean, we definitely have our days, like every father and son. Sometimes you guys get in arguments, but at the end of the day, he's my father. And when I started my career with my dad, and I'm gonna end my career with my dad. I'd rather not be boxing, honestly, than to not train with my dad. And that's just how much loyalty I have, because if it wasn't for that, man, I wouldn't be here. You know, I wouldn't have this much success. He believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. So I owe him everything. But it's just the chemistry, man. He's you know, sometimes people joke around me like, oh, he looks like your big brother. And sometimes that's how we treat each other. You know, he feels like my big brother. And we talk, you know, we enjoy our days, you know, but it's always about boxing, you know. Even when we're in the gym, we're so in tune, and we're always on the same page that he doesn't even tell me nothing in sparring. I just know exactly what he wants me to do. So it's just something that it's a beautiful thing, you know, and that's something I hope to have with my son too. You know, just chemistry like that, and you know, just being able to start from scratch, all the way from the bottom and going all the way up, and not knowing where you're gonna end up, but you still, you know, you still have the heart and hunger to proceed and, you know, work as hard as you can, and then you still make it. So I mean, that, you know, it's just really special to have that type of relationship with my dad.
David, final few moments with you as you match up against Ronald Ellis next upcoming Saturday night on Showtime, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time. What does PBC mean to you?
PBC, man, they just gave me an opportunity. They gave me, honestly, they made David Benavidez. You know, I'm so grateful for PBC, Luis de Cubas, Samson Lukowicz, Al Heyman, because, you know, man, when I was coming up, I was 10-0 with 9 knockouts. Nobody wanted to sign me. Not top rank, not golden boy. I don't think Dazzin was a thing, but not Eddie Hearn either. Nobody wanted to sign me, and I was like, man, I'm doing everything right. I'm knocking everybody out. You know, but once Samson put me on that show box, then after that, Al Heyman signed me to PBC, and it was a wrap from there, man. And they just gave me an opportunity, and that's the only thing I needed. It was an opportunity to show myself out, or to show out. And, you know, the sky has always been the limit for me, and it's still the limit. You know, I'm still reaching for the stars.
So next Saturday night against Ronald Ellis, how's it going down?
You know, I feel very strong, very fast. My combinations have been amazing. I've been sparring 15 rounds every time I spar in the gym. 12 to 15 rounds. Yeah, since December, like December 14th.
So many rounds have you sparred?
Damn, I've been sparring. I sparred Fundura today. I sparred another guy that was that Abel Sanchez has, a 175-pounder. His name is Rafa. I sparred Facao. I sparred Alexis Espino. I sparred another two other guys over there, man. I just been having some amazing work, and these guys they're all warriors, man. So I know they got me extremely ready. So I feel like this is gonna be a quick KO. I'm not gonna go in there, you know, crazy looking for a crazy knockout in the beginning, but I'm gonna do everything right, and I'm gonna let it come on its own.
You sparred Fundura today?
Yeah, Fundura. You know, shouts out to Fundura too, man. That guy's a heavy hitter. You know, he's super good. And he's, you know, he's super tall. The way he fights, you know, he's awkward. But I feel like that guy's gonna be the next champion too. You know, so shout out to Sebastian Fundura.
Knowing both of you savages, I would have paid to see that sparring session.
Yeah, man. If we would have recorded it, we could have sold it. We could have sold it for at least $20, you know, each sparring session, and we would have made some money. It was good sparring.
So does Samson just probably beaming with, you know, a smile on his face, knowing that both of his pupils and both of his fighters are, you know, sparring up against each other, getting each other better?
I mean, I think so, man. He should be happy. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I've talked to Samson. Just Fundura's dad has talked to Samson. So, man, we're in there letting him know that both his fighters are ready to go. So, I'm pretty sure he's happy.
All right, David, final question. If you could get any super middleweight out there after this fight against Ronald Ellis, if they came to you with a blank contract and said, fill in the name, this guy's next for you, who would that be?
I would want to get Jermall Charlo in there. That's the one fight I want to get, and hopefully we can still make it happen. You know, he said he can knock me out, so he better back those words up, you know, and especially for the fans, I feel like that could be a pay-per-view fight. You know, he has a high KO percentage. I have a high KO percentage, so let's make this fight happen. Let's get the fans what they want. And at the end of the day, it's good for PBC. You know, so it makes sense. So let's make it happen.